Coach Kevin,
Mm-hmm.
how does it feel, man? How does it feel to do this?
It's honestly crazy. It's honestly insane. This last like year, probably 2 years. I don't know. This year specifically.
How much from your first day? How much weight have you lost? Or how much like when you started like getting in shape and just kind of making decisions to be better?
All right. So first day, 322 pounds. The lowest I've gotten is 201 for pans in Florida, and then now I'm like hanging around at 225. So that's it. Forget about the weight, dude. The weight's over. You know,
Done.
It's a thing
Different
of the past
guy.
now.
Different guy.
Yeah. 100%.
It's a phase.
100%. So it's not like I'm not the type of guy to put the weight in everybody's face all the time. Like, this is what I did. It's like, well, what are you doing now?
Next, yeah.
What are you doing now?
What are you doing now?
What am I doing now? Coaching. I think my top highlight right now is definitely the teens program.
Word.
100% the teens program.
Big respect.
Yeah.
Much love.
Yeah, they're kicking ass. The teens are kicking ass big time. That's the first thing that's like you guys have given me. Everything else I'm sort of like, you know, I'm following curriculum, kids, someone else is leading. I'm leading classes now and doing stuff like that. But the teens program I've sort of had like, just, you know, do your thing, do whatever you want to do. And that's what I do every day. I'm like, every week
You have to read the room. You have to see who's there, right?
Yeah.
You have to see how they respond.
Yeah,
Exactly. It's an interesting age, right?
Mm-hmm. And now they're starting.
And it's better to kind of be a little bit,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. But they're all starting to, some of the kids are starting to check each other.
Mm-hmm.
When, like, if some of them are talking, they're like, hey, shut up. And then, like, I've told them before. I rarely tell them now. I can't remember the last time I told one of them something, but I was like, hey, like, I don't want, like, don't make me kick you out because you're going to make me kick you out. I don't want to kick you out. And they're like, okay, I'm sorry. I apologize, coach. And they'll come up to me after and be like, I'm sorry. Whatever it is, but it's dope watching them ask questions and actually try to do what they're doing, right? Especially some of the girls like Ruby. She's like, super, like her and Sophia are always like together, but they never want to do anything in front of everybody. And recently they've been like raising their hands, trying to go up, trying to be the ones to like, you know, like they want to do it. When I do demonstrations or I make them do super fights after class, they're always like, me. And that happened after she got her belt. So the belt's sort of, I think, you know, the teens graduation, that was the first time we did that. I think that was a big deal for them.
Giving confidence.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it's good.
Going back and when you were a teenager, what do you think it would have done for you having like a place like this to come to?
Oh, it would have been insane. I mean, I had football, I had sports, I had a lot of friends. That was great and all, but yeah, if I really had something where I was like fully committed and like it was less ego, because football is fun. Football definitely made me as athletic as I am now. I've played sports my whole life. I played soccer, baseball, basketball, football, but football is really where I really started being like, oh, if I put in work, I could get something out of it. But it was a lot of ego. You know, in high school sports is a lot of like, puffing up your chest, trying to be better than the other guy, trying to prove it, you know. And then there's a lot of clicks. If you're good, you got more friends. If you're not good, you're sort of in the back and like you get the shit end of the stick. With jiu-jitsu, that's not the case. So I think something like that. I don't know what it would have really done for me. I would have definitely committed fully, like even more so now. But I can't really look back and say like what it would have actually done for me. I know it would have helped though. It would have definitely changed the course of my life. But then again, I don't want to change the course of my life because
How did it grab you? How did you get how did it grab you? How did jiu-jitsu grab you in your life? Because it's your life.
Yeah.
It's like every day, all day between jiu-jitsu, MMA, and everything in between, right? Combat.
I think, obviously Andrew got me into it. I got into it. I really liked it. It was great. But like the phases I've had and like mentality, what I think about belts or what I think about like skills and like how I'm growing as a jiu-jitsu practitioner, like,
person too,
as
right?
a person too. It's like right now I'm having like a breakthrough. It's fucking crazy. The way I've been doing my privates, I'm like so repetitive. I keep repeating the same things to the teens and the kids and like my privates. And I keep telling them about the control aspect of it and like to be patient, slow. It's boring, you know. It's control. It's a like the teens when I bring up self-defense and stuff because I know some of them are getting bullied and stuff. I bring up, I'm like, don't hit the guy. Stop focusing on the punch. Focus on the control. You know, if you fight back, that's going to escalate the situation. If you want to make them feel like you want to de-escalate and make them feel like your power, you got to control. You got to just drop them, like hang out. I'm like, so many people try to rush to side control, rush up, and they give up too much space. And I'm telling them, I'm like starting to be tight, a lot slower. But like, I don't know, just the mechanics and the concepts behind a lot of techniques, and like I'm breaking it down a lot more, and I'm being annoying. I'm like, when I get my privates, I'm like, I'll tangent so much, but they love it. They're all into it. They understand it. As long as they're understanding it and getting something out of it, great. But I always tell them, I'm like there was some guy that came in, and he's like, hey, I want you to show me submissions from the back, you know, all your chokes. I'm going to show you all your chokes. I was like, okay. I was like, do you get to the back a lot? Like, he's like, no, not really. I'm like, all right. I'm like, well, I mean, if I have an opinion, I'm going to tell you, like, I don't think I should show you. You could pay me. If you're paying me, I'll show you whatever you want to show me, but you're wasting your time if I'm going to sit here for an hour and show you chokes, especially if you're getting a 10-pack off of me or, like, doing all this stuff off of me. I'm like, you're going to waste your time. What about getting past the guard? What about having that control? What about actually controlling the back? If you go, you know, there's so much more to it than just a choke. And he's like, oh, shit. He's like, you're right. And there was another guy that was like, hey, can you show me mount escapes? And I was like, well, is your guard good? Do you have, like, a good side control? He's like, no, I have people always mount me. I'm like, then why the fuck am I going to show you mount escapes, dude? Like, what about what comes before it? I'm like, if you want me to, again, I will, but
guard retention. It's not. Yeah.
And then I try to like instill mindset onto them instead of technique. I'm like, I could sit here and show you 10 techniques, but I'm like, if you don't understand what's making the technique work or have the patience behind it or what you're feeling when you're getting tight, then what are you doing? You know, I'm like, this stuff's not gonna apply.
I was trying to have you think back, like, you know, of course Andrew brought you in and stuff, but how did it kind of grab you and like you wanted to be here like every day? Of course you had some friends here, right?
Uh-huh.
But like what made you go more and more?
Oh, I'm a people person. I'm like, at the end of the day, I love being around people. I love helping people. I love talking to people. I love people helping me. Whatever that is, anything to do with that at all, like the community definitely is top notch. Just everything about it. Like everything repeats itself. History repeats itself. You know, I see people like me come in, or like, you know, because they're scared, right? And like we've talked about this before. Like when you come in, how hard it is to come in here, and that you know, when we tell people, oh, you got your first stripe, that's your hardest stripe. That's actually true. You know, because when you come in here, you have to first think about it. You have to have had a conversation. You've had to thought about it. You saw something in UFC. You heard Joe Rogan talk about it. You heard your friends talk about whatever it is. The thought starts first, and then you gotta like, oh, can I do that? And like, no, I'm not sure. No. And then who knows how long that is? Sometimes that's a year for people. Sometimes that's a month.
You know, when you ask them too, right? It's like, oh, 10, 20 years.
Yeah, like I've been thinking about it for 5 years. Like, what the fuck you mean you've been thinking about it for 5 years? And they don't realize how easy it is. Because again, the fat people are trying to be like, well, I got to lose weight before I start. Skinny people are like, well, I got to get bigger before I start. The girls are like, well, there's a bunch of guys. It's like they're always looking for an excuse out. They'll need any excuse to leave. So you got to give them an excuse to stay, right? So even when they come in here, like us working in the office, Arturo, Andrea, me, all of us, like the first impression specialist, stuff like that, is so important because, again, they're looking for any excuse to be like, fuck this. Just subconsciously, they're thinking that. They're like, they want to not like it. So you got to give them an excuse to be like, no, this is for you. Like, this is for everybody, despite who you are. Like, if you're, you know, this guy's more athletic, he's a comp, that's great. This guy's a hobbyist, that's great. This guy's old as fuck, that's great. This guy, whatever it is, the disability, that's great. You could do this, you know. Don't get intimidated by you see something. Oh,
comparing yourself, right?
But that comes down to the coach too. You got to read the new person. It's important when you come in here and you're a coach. You got to make these people feel comfortable. You got to think what they're thinking. I've had 2 teens come into class. Both of them did not want to do it. They came in, the parents forced them to do it. And they were upset. For one of the kids was like crying. Like, Mom talked to me the other day. Started talking to him. Now he's killing it. He has 2 stripes. He loves it. He's great. Loved the kid. Did not want to do it. He's getting bullied. He did not want to do it. He wanted to do Muay Thai. He wanted to like fight. I want to fight. You know. I explained to him the control thing and the de-escalation thing. I talked to him for a little bit. I was like, just give it a month, dude. I was like, just commit. You can't commit a month. You know, how would you know? And like he ended up committing a month. Now he does not look back. He's in. But, you know, I really talk. This is obviously summarizing it, but I like talk to these kids. I like make them feel comfortable when they're doing warm-ups. I'm like, everybody sucks. Come look at this. I was like, look, he's been there for 2 years. Look at him. He's doing that really good, but look at his hip escape. You know, like I'm just talking smack a little bit, making them feel comfortable, making them realize like
everybody's in the same boat.
You're not the spotlight.
Yeah.
I'm like, you think you're the spotlight. You're not the spotlight, dude. Like, you know, and then I hype up the teens. They're always clapping for each other. And, like, I make it into a competition. You see them race. So stuff like that, like, it's just camaraderie. I don't even know
camaraderie.
Camaraderie. Yeah, I say a lot of words wrong, but you know what I mean.
Like Joey Diaz.
I always tell Marco, he gets pissed at me because I'll say something. He's like, that's not the word. I was like, yeah, but you thought it. You
got the gist of it. Good enough.
I was like, it doesn't matter what I said if the same signals went to your brain, like same images, you know. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what the fuck I say. But yeah, you know, people look for any excuse to get out. You got to give them a reason to stay, and that's everyone. Like when you come in, you give them the sort of that, you make them feel like comfortable. I definitely fucking do that. A lot of people do that. Sometimes that gets overlooked, and then like you know that will make or break a situation for someone. You'll never see them again.
Yeah, that'll make or break somebody's.
And you won't know why it is. Maybe you put them with the wrong partner. Maybe you put them with someone like you probably shouldn't have put them with. You probably should have checked them, or you didn't.
Checked in on them after class or during class. How you doing?
Or you did it.
You didn't check in. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, or maybe you checked on them twice. Maybe that third time would have got them. You never know. And it's not that big of a deal. You're not gonna nitpick too much.
But between all of us, right? The coaches, the FIS, the
just be aware of
desk,
it.
Yeah. The students, other students too, right?
But I think that's what really grabbed me is because I knew that I was gonna do that. I knew from the start, from how I was taking my fat photos, how I was like in my Instagram. I would always tell everybody, I know we're like, this is like, if you scroll down, you're like, what the fuck is this for doing? But it's like, it's comfortable. It's being comfortable and just doing whatever you want to do. And like, and you'll see it like get more and more serious as it goes. And that's the point of my page and the journey. And that's exactly what it is. It's like, you see the change in front of you. A lot of people delete. I probably will delete some stuff down the line. But for now, no, I like it the way it is. But we'll get there when we get there.
Oh, respect, man. Respect. One of the things, the care you took was the bigger guys. You know, you would you had some bigger geese, right?
Yeah.
And you would like bring those in, and you know, because the big geese wouldn't fit the really big guys, right?
Yeah.
And so it's like a little thing you did to kind of make them feel good.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I have a soft spot for the big guys, especially like when they were done rolling. They're like, "What the fuck was that, dude?" Like, I fucked them up, and they're like, "Why'd you go so hard on me?" I'm like, because you should be going that hard on me, because you can't go that hard on anybody else. So any chance you get to get with a big person, now you could attempt your game. Now you could play what you think you want to do. You could like let go a little bit, especially me being a higher rank. Be comfortable. You're not going to hurt me. Let loose. This is the first time, especially with me, not only with big guys, but especially with a higher rank big guy, you have to be comfortable letting loose, because now you could try what you want to try and not think about anything, you know, like be present. Too many white belts or even lower belts or blue belts, whatever you call it. They're thinking a little too much, and that's what makes them freeze in positions. It's just full send it. Just do it. Like, you're not spazzing out. I'm not saying spaz the fuck out, but if you see something, try it out. you don't try it out, how are you gonna know if you fucked up or not? You're not gonna know where that went down. Too many people just they don't have a goal when they're rolling. They don't have intention behind the roll. They're just free rolling. They're just mindless.
Yeah.
And when they're done, they're like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like this year, for example, I was talking to Anthony, Professor Anthony, about competition and training and everything. I told him this year, as purple belt, I've actually trained the least, but because my training is different. Like an hour of my training now is worth so much more because of the way I'm thinking and the way I'm like. I could see
your experience. Yeah.
Yeah, like I could see something. I forgot what seminar it was. He came in. I saw it like twice, and then I showed the teens that for the rest of the week, and I showed my the two of the classes I covered. I showed them for the next 2 weeks. You know, like that doesn't mean I'm not doing reps. That doesn't mean I'm not trying it, but I'll need to do it like 2-3 times, and then I'm like, it's in my head, and then even as I'm teaching it, I'll learn as I go. So I don't need to train, and I can't, I'm not training less because of that reason. Also, my schedule's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I don't have time to train as much as I want to train. But I've competed the most. And then I told myself, telling Anthony, I was like, the next belt up, I'm going to retract that again. I'm going to compete even more than I've competed at this belt and train the most I've even competed at white or blue. Because at white or blue, I was doing 8 to 10 times a week. Like classes, 8 to 10 hours a week.
Okay.
Now I'm maybe getting like 5 sometimes, but it's like, again, it's like
we're also on the mat, right? Teaching and you're doing
stuff. No, I have like quadruple fucking mat time.
How has teaching helped your jiu-jitsu?
Oh, insane, especially it's insane. Like it's just I keep correcting myself, and it's not that I always tell people, I'm like, there is no wrong. I'm like, if you could get to A and B. Like if you got there, you got there. You did it. That there's just better ways to do it. That's not necessarily wrong. I'm like, that's the sort of like you got to learn from that. It's like I wouldn't do it this way because you're giving up more. There's a higher chance of them getting out, and there's less chance. You know, you're giving too much space. Someone might give it to you, and you might do this on a couple white belts. That doesn't make that the good way to do it. The better way to do it. So there's no wrong way. I always tell the guys, I was like, there's no wrong way to do it. If you get there, you got there. But you missed this grip. This could have been done better. This could have been tighter. You could have finished faster. You could have done whatever it is. But when I coach the kids, I'm like, how I was teaching it before wasn't wrong, but I just keep showing the same things better and more effective with less steps or less explanation, where I'm focusing on the higher points or more like, hey, put pressure on this and then it changes up the way they do it. Mm-hmm. So again, I wasn't teaching it wrong before, but I'm teaching it better now.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
Yeah.
Takes time, right? To develop that.
It's crazy.
Takes reps, just like
it's crazy. It's
training
crazy. Takes
reps, teaching.
It's insane. It's honestly insane. I keep tripping. I'm like, the fuck? And then the more I know, the more I'm like, damn. Wait, okay. I'm like, fuck, I didn't know that. All right. I'm like,
yeah, Coke Zero, Oreo.
Yeah, this is sort of a big deal. If you guys don't know, now you know. All right,
Coca-Cola.
Get that camera right there. You see that camera here? This Coke Zero with Oreo. They don't pay me. Coca-Cola does not pay me. I just fucking love it, dude. Anytime I go to 7-Eleven, I buy Arturo one because he loves it. I got to take care of my guy.
Talk to me about it. Tell me what makes it so good.
It's really not. I just like it.
What's special about it?
Everybody I've made be like, yo, try it. They don't like it.
I mean, I see you guys walking around with it, so I'm like, well, what's the deal with this Coca-Cola Oreo Zero?
It's not that good. I just like it. You know, what are you gonna do?
Does it taste like Oreo a little bit?
It does. Try it out.
Okay.
Try it out.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay.
It's right here.
Wow, it's interesting. It's like Diet Coke, right? With Oreos. Yeah. Interesting.
Who would have thought that Coke Zero Oreo tastes like Coke Zero with
Who
Oreos.
thought of that, you think?
Some fucking fat.
Like a Diet Coke with, do they have regular
Some
Coke
big-
with Oreos in it?
A big motherfucker thought about that.
Yeah.
That's who thought about that. Someone that needs to start jiu-jitsu thought about this. That's what it is. I've tried Oreo with mustard too.
Oreo with mustard.
Yeah, I saw it online. It shouldn't make sense. I don't know why it makes sense. It's
like an Oreo cookie with mustard?
Yup, you put some mustard on an Oreo, and there's something about that I'm not saying I sit there and like that's how I enjoy my Oreos, but the one time I was like, all right, let me try it. I was like, God damn it, why does that work? It makes no sense, but it's good. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
There's a lot of good things that aren't good for you.
What about the mangoes?
The mangoes. That's an old time, man. That's the mangoes.
No more mangoes?
No, the mangoes are coming back.
Yeah, man. I see you with the mango still. It's still there.
The mangoes are good. The mangoes.
You're creeping with the mango. You're thinking about making a video, videos.
It's spontaneous.
Okay.
It's spontaneous. It's just whenever it happens.
It's still there. It's still there.
It's there. I mean, it's not. It's
Arturo
not
knows.
going. It's
He
not
knows.
going.
He knows.
Anything I've done, it's not gone. It's just there's other stuff happening right now.
Oreo Diet Coke.
Oreo Diet Coke's in. Mangoes are out right now. Out of season. Butternut squash is in.
Butternut squash.
Butternut squash doesn't fuck around, dude. You ever bake a butternut squash?
Butternut squash.
Butternut squash.
What kind of soup? Butternut squash. What?
No, you just crack it open. You
Okay.
put some butter.
Okay.
on it.
Okay.
You put it in the oven for
Butternut-
an hour or two. Pop it out. Put some cinnamon and salt. You're good.
Like a bread?
No, it's a squash.
The squash.
It's a squash.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the plan for next year?
What's my plan for next year?
The Kevin Arturo I just asked? What's Kevin's plan for next year?
I want to compete the most. I want to finally just switch up. I want to switch it up. I've never taken my competition seriously. I've never actually like went in there locked in, had a camp, whatever. I've never actually done that. I just compete because I want to compete. But like this coming year, if I'm gonna travel as much as I want to travel, like that's what I didn't go to Brazil last year. Because first of all, I posted up the GoFundMe thing. I made like a huge joke to GoFundMe for Japan and Brazil. I made 1,200 in 2 days. I was like, what the fuck? That made me feel so bad. that made me be like, they don't deserve this. I can't go to Brazil, fuck around and like waste. I didn't expect this much support. And if I'm going to do this, I need to take it serious, at least to give it back to them, and at least give a real shot. I didn't expect that much to happen like that. It was a joke. It was a joke. I expected something, but like.
You were hyping up the Asia tournament first. The Asia, what was his name? The guy you were.
Kenzo Katakawa.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah, dude. He ended up being autistic, man. He's a dope motherfucker. I got there. He's dope as fuck. I wish I would have went against him because I would have beat his ass. But I fucking love the dude. I met him. I competed at Worlds. He flew over here for Worlds. That's when I met him.
Oh, okay.
I met him. I was like, oh shit, it's fucking Kenzo, dude. I've been talking all this shit online, but like it's just a joke. I'm just trolling. I went up to him, talked to his dad. They flew out here. They compete a lot. I went to Japan. He was in my division, but we were in the opposite.
Okay.
He went with the guy. It was.
Okay.
But I was like cheering him on. I was fucking yelling. His dad said his dad started crying because he's like, that was amazing. I've never like you're over here traveling. I don't know how you found out my son, whatever, but like you're rooting for him.
Random name, right? That
Yeah.
you registered in your division
Yeah,
first,
yeah.
right? So it was like you and him.
Yeah, I found him and started talking shit. But it was a joke, it was a joke. And like, but I was rooting for, I was so happy to see him and like, it was dope. And his dad was like blown away. And then Kenzo was like, who the fuck is this guy, dude? I mean, yeah, they just loved it. They loved it. We hung out a little bit in Japan and it was dope.
What'd you do in Japan? Went to 7-Eleven there.
Dude, I went a lot.
They have different 7-Elevens there.
Well, I went to an onsen, whatever. Everybody just gets naked, you know? That was fucking crazy, dude. Everybody's got bush. Everybody, dude. It was fucking nuts, dude. And you know what's funny? I thought I was gonna be, you know, like I'm American. Nope, dude. I'm just a regular fucking guy there. I was, you know what? I'm gonna stay in the milk tub. No one can see me.
Milk tub?
No, but I ate a lot. It was dope. I competed. Competing was the best. It was definitely the best. I didn't go up against a Japanese guy. I went up against an Australian and a Korean.
What's that? It's like a spa? What's it?
Yeah. So an osen is like a traditional spa with it, like a hot spring.
Okay.
And like, yeah, everybody's just butt naked, dude. You know, you go there a lot with Edson. And
Like those Korean spas.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah. This is just a Japanese one.
Gotcha.
But it was in the hotel, and it was fucking amazing. But I ate a lot. I think I gained like 20 pounds in 10 days. Not really, but like
water weight.
I guess. Carbs. Fucking carb weight, everything, whatever it is. It was fucking insane.
I used to come to LA for the weekend and to visit Edith, and I would gain 10 pounds in a weekend, a couple days.
That's me.
It's like water weight.
Yeah. Well, watch. So anyways, next year, I want to give sort of that back and just really do it for myself, not only for them, but like to do it myself and like just really, really give it a shot. Like really be like, I want to win. Not that I'm like, oh, I'm doing it for I'm going in there to win. So if I lose, I'm going to be more upset because I'm actually trying to do it this time. And I'm excited. I'm excited to do it. I'm going to be serious about it. January, I'm starting off strong with Portugal, you know, Europeans. So that's a big deal. I've never been there, so I've never done that. You said you've never done that, so it's a big deal. I want to go in there and try it out. Technically, I could do Masters 1 now, but fuck that. I'm going to do adults because it's the year I turned 30. I'm 29.
Okay.
But no, I want to stay on adults for the rest of the year or however long. But I'm planning to do Portugal, Brazil, and Japan again. I want to attempt the, Grand Slam, to do all the big ones.
Yeah.
You know, obviously, fucking. Do I think I'm gonna win all of them? No, probably not. But I want to compete at all of them at the very least, and like, I want to do all the small tournaments, the local ones, Jiu-Jitsu World Leagues. I want to do at least 5 no-gi comps too. I want to start doing no-gi a lot more, get more comfortable with that. I hate Jiu-Jitsu World League though, man.
Why?
Because the last one I did no-gi for Jiu-Jitsu World League. How the fuck do I have 4 matches and I don't place anything? It's ridiculous. It's like, I'm so exhausted. It's 4. The Jiu-Jitsu.
He wants the medals.
No, but it's like, goddamn, dude. It's like, fuck. It's like the guy in 3rd place is a fucking dog. If you get like a big bracket, like, you know how like the 3rd place with the wrestling?
Yeah.
Like they're fucking fighting almost everybody.
Yeah.
To like get up and like 3rd place guy's like all fucking dead. The guy in 1st, yeah, you have to win like 2-3 in a row. But the 3rd place guy, dude, that motherfucker's a dog, dude. It's crazy. The fuck? Like you could get close. Like if the division's big, you could have like win. You need one, like, you're gonna get to the finals, but then you lose. You have to go against all those guys again because you beat them and put them in that same bracket. Mm-hmm. So now they're all in the it's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like I think the no-gi one I'm talking about, the guy that got gold, I think he won twice. I had 4 matches. I'm like 6th place. The guy that got 3rd, he had like 7 matches. Mm-hmm. He's fucking on the podium just like fucking dying. It fucking sucks. I like it, but I don't like it. It pisses me off.
To switch it up, Gala, Legacy Gala is coming up. Mm-hmm. Graduation. Mm-hmm. This should come out this next week. So before the graduation and the Gala, what do you remember from last year? As just a couple of years in.
I mean, shout out to Ariel, man. He tried to look better than me last year, but he just can't do it. He's into fashion. He says he's into fashion. I'm looking at you right now, dude. You're probably going to hear this because he's obsessed with me. He's one of my homies, you know. But this is going to be 2 years in a row where I look better than you. You can try everything you want. I'm renting my suit. You're going to probably buy yours, and you're not going to look as good as me.
It's hard, yeah. What's your secret of looking better than him?
Just
What's your techniques?
I gotta, it's in my genes, dude. It's not a secret. It's just you're just born with it or you're not, dude. But no, last year was fun. Last year was dope. This spot's gonna be bigger. It's gonna be in Glendale.
Stars on Brand. Shout out.
Shout out to Stars on Brand. I'm excited. I don't know what to expect. I don't know who else is gonna, because there's people that didn't go last year that are gonna go this year. There's people that said they went last year that aren't gonna go this year. They said, but I think they are. FOMO starts hitting strong very soon.
The week of, yeah.
Like even if we look
that day, the couple days before.
Even if we look last year, we didn't really get the majority of the people till like the last week, anyway. So the FOMO's gonna strike. I'm gonna start making major reels. I'm calling people out. But I think this one's gonna be dope. I think it doesn't matter who's there or is there. It's gonna be fun. Last year was crazy for me though, dude. I was very stressed.
You were stressed?
Yeah. Very stressed.
Before the gala?
Just everything about it, man.
Talk us through it.
Nah.
No? Okay. It's complicated.
It was just fun. It was fun. I had a good time. It was crazy. It was a good time. What I did not like, though, was the graduation meeting the next day. I almost had a panic attack.
Yeah, because we had the gala the night before the graduation, and then people had to come in the morning and teach. Everybody was hungover. So this year, the graduation's first at 12 p.m., and then the gala's at 7 p.m.
Yeah, and then I coached kids for 3 hours the next day.
On Sunday.
What?
You're coming in on Sunday.
Oh.
We're at the gala Saturday night.
Oh, thank God.
You don't teach Sundays?
I teach Sundays, but a little bit later. It's only one class. It's good. I thought I was going to have to do 3 in a row, dude. That's tough, man. It's funny because like sometimes I'll show up and I'll be like, my head will hurt. Kiara's like, oh my God, please, Kevin, wake up. And then like once it's time to go, I
tie your belt.
I always tell him, I'll always tell him like, Kiara, I'm a professional, right? I'm a performer. She gets very nervous. You had a podcast with her yesterday. She's great. She's just very nervous. Kiara, relax. We have a cast here, man. We have a group of characters at this gym. It's insane. It's insane. I think what I'm looking forward to the most is I don't know if you've seen Arvin really smile. But he's just not, like, watch him at the gala. He's just not gonna be able to not smile the whole time. Watching a drunk Arvin dance is probably my favorite thing. It's probably my favorite. Yeah, dude, Arvin's the man, dude. I remember when he first got here too. He was not the Arvin we know now.
The Nell's daughter, Bella, He's like, who's your coach today? He's like, oh, I don't know. The guy that looks like Jesus because of his hair. Like, Arvin, oh, yeah, Arvin. Coach Arvin.
Oh, Bella, make sure you tie your belt, okay? Are you guys excited for the gala? Professor, how much is the ticket? Oh, no, $100. Oh, I guess I'll go. That's Arvin.
So graduation, gala.
You excited for the graduation?
Yeah, it means so much to me,
It's fucking crazy.
It means so much to me that I can't even think about it. It's kind of almost like a tournament, when you get nerve and it really matters to you, and you kind of like don't think about it because it's so much emotion that you don't think about it until it's the time, so you don't waste nervous energy, But it's the same thing with graduation. I don't think about it. Of course, I think about it, but I don't think about it like that, so I don't get too nervous. But yeah, it really means a lot. It's like so much dedication, so many years, It really means so much. Yeah, it means so much.
Well, I could only imagine because, like, again, like I did the teens one, and like that's a lot for me. That was like a lot. I was nervous. I was like excited. I didn't want to get too like into it, but like I was into it, and like they don't realize how much it meant to them until I talked to them after individually, and I told them like some of them were nervous, like wait, why, and then I talked to the parents too and explained it, and then they really understand. But that's just a little speck. So I can imagine. You.
Yeah, but we have some black belts too that are getting degrees on their black belts. Like a 4th degree, which is like 14 years as a
it's crazy
as a black belt. That's not even counting the pre-black belt, right? Years, So it's like, man, it's a lifetime of dedication.
Well, with you, it's insane because like you're looking around; those are all like you did that. Like I'm go to the teens. I didn't make the I was given that. You made it. You weren't given that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you're in the graduation. You look around. You're like, oh shit. Like,
I can say it's all me, right? But it's really teamwork, right? It's always teamwork, and it's a combination of all of us and putting that we have the same vision, the same energy towards helping people, right?
But it's insane to think about, like that butterfly effect. Like, what if you stayed in New Mexico?
Yeah.
What if you didn't train?
Yeah. What if I hadn't gone to Brazil?
How many black belts are under you?
Like 100, over 100 now.
Yeah. Okay. How many students you think?
It's thousands. Thousands.
And then those students have students.
For sure.
And it's
crazy.
And then to think what they all did and what they touched. If you one day don't take the chance to try jiu-jitsu, none of that happens.
Yeah, to go for it, right? To follow my dreams or my whatever I thought that was right in my heart.
What do you call like the digital footprint? What is it?
Digital footprint.
Like
the carbon footprint.
Yeah, you have like I don't fucking yeah, I don't know. No, but like you have like there's a saying where like like your impact. I don't know what it is, but it's just a big deal. You really try to break it down. You're like, oh shit, this is fucking crazy. What the fuck?
Yeah. I mean, you just keep following my heart, right, and try to help people, and you, and then the effect that you have on people, the fact that one person has another person, and it's like a ripple effect, right?
Yeah.
That ripples into eternity. That's crazy. That's really crazy.
That's why the graduation's not.
And
stop.
It's like, man, how can you not be like feel fulfilled, right?
Oh yeah.
It's like when I think about like, man, I'm, if something happened tomorrow, like.
Well, that ripple's really a ripple because it's like, you don't die until you're forgotten. Right? So, like, in your sense, like, nobody's forgetting their previous, or, like, who gave it to them, or, what's your lineage? Like, you'll always be in that in multiple directions. It's fucking weird, dude.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy because how many years have gone by now? Yeah, it's cool to have my students that we're kids, we're teenagers that have their own kids now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And they're like, yeah, they're coming to train with you.
Going back to the gala though, the amount of parents I tell to like pull up, like even there's some lady that came in, some Asian lady. She came in. She was like, it was like her first week. And I was like, hey, you should go to the gala. She's like, what is that? And I was like, we all partying. She's like, all right, yeah, all right. And she just like did it. I was like, yeah. Fucking tell everybody, fuck it. I was like, yeah, all the parents go, Just push it.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Let's see. Yeah. And you got the New Mexico people coming.
A few people are coming, yeah. What's that? Man, I haven't followed up with him. It's just I let people know. I tried to tell the date. I should follow up. Yeah, I should make sure they come out.
2 weeks.
You know, they came to my wedding. You know, back in how many years ago was that? 20 years ago. 20 years ago. You know, it's crazy.
You better not forget the date, man. Better not forget. I won't put you on the spot now, but I'm just warning you.
Can't believe it's this kid. They were like teenagers. You know, he was a teenager. The vanilla gorilla.
That's what they used to call Arturo.
Vanilla gorilla.
No, they didn't call him. They never
Just the
called him
just the gorilla.
that. Yeah.
Because he's so jacked.
Yeah. Oh, he was never this jacked.
He's jacked, man.
Now
Yeah.
he is.
Guns.
You know how many balls I had to bust to get him to do this?
It's like I don't miss my workout. I'm working out. I have my workout scheduled at this time. Like, okay.
What? What he say?
He said you break him down to build him up. You break people down, you break down your friends to build them up.
Tension and release. That's how you have a release. You have to have some tension. Feels easy, everybody would do it, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Feels easy, everybody would do it.
When are the mangoes coming back? I think they're here already.
The what?
The mangoes.
Dude. The mangoes, man. Fuck that, dude.
You brought it.
The mangoes are good.
You brought a bag of mangoes to the tournament.
I'm gonna definitely make. That's another thing. It's just I just got too much going on, dude. I have the schedule is just too crazy. Like Monday, I woke up at 6, got in the car at 7 to go pick up your truck. I drove to Cerritos, picked up the geese, came back at 10. Opened boxes for an hour. I had a private from 11 to 12. Then I had class I coached class from 12 to 1:15 because we get done like at 1:15, 1:20. I went to go eat lunch for 40 minutes, go hang out. I had a private at 2:30 to 3:30. Then 3:30 to 4:30 tiny crayons, and then 4:30 to 5:30 basic kids. And then 5:30 to 6:30 I had the office. I clock in for the office. 6:30 to 7:30 I have teens. 7:30 to 10 I have office. And then I go home.
Yeah, man.
It's ridiculous.
That's like very impressive, you know, like for a young man to be, you know, to have a schedule like that, like, you know, week in, week out. It's like a
Oh,
purposeful, like you believe in you love what you do.
Oh, yeah.
Because, you know, you're not going to be able to do
you have
that
to.
kind of a schedule if you don't really love what you do. And so, you know, of course, we see each other almost every day. And it's beautiful, man. Congratulations.
Oh, yeah, it's
You
crazy.
know, and I think you should I hope you are. I know you pump yourself up pretty good. But I think you should be very proud of yourself and yeah. With
I mean, I try. I try to be.
Your hard do it. How you your schedule and how hard you work and.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I'm here 7 days a week. Even on my day off, which is Tuesday, I have 2 privates and then tiny cranes and then teens still because we added a teen. So and it's odd hours, so I have to be here in the morning. And then I'm here for MMA, so I'm here MMA in the morning, 7 a.m. Not every day. I sleep in a lot of the days, but 7 a.m., 3:30, and then 6:30. So that's like there's such gaps in between that usually I end up just staying here anyway. So it's like it's crazy. And I gotta thank you for the opportunity, obviously. But I mean, again, if it was easy, everybody would do it. Like that stuff took time, took work, and like to make these connections and to be able to confidently
learn, right? Learn and get better, improve, like get experience, right? It takes time to develop all that.
Like I definitely know my place.
Like you didn't start out being able to have that kind of a schedule. It was like gradual, right? And now, like, come on, man, how many classes are you teaching a day?
It's crazy. But yeah, like I definitely know my place. Like as a white belt, I knew what I was. Blue belt, when I started coaching, I knew what I was. I was quiet. I didn't really like. Even when we were in tournaments, I waited my turn to like coach a kid. Like I didn't cut a line, and that stuff takes time. You know, it was a lot of free work, a lot of volunteering, a lot of just doing it. then now it's slowly starting to turn around and come like, I don't know what the saying is. Like, I suck at the sayings, but you know, my flowers are sprouting.
Yeah.
Like finally, you know, and like even with my
reaping the hard work is you're reaping the rewards.
And like even now, like it's crazy. That's why it's like now it's a perfect time. I think everything works out the way it's supposed to work out. Now, what I'm doing and how I'm doing it and how packed I am, my schedule. I think now is a perfect time. Like this coming year, I told myself where I'm going to be at and like what I want to do and like that I want to take comp serious now. It's a perfect time. Like I wouldn't have done that last year. Would have changed what I'm doing now. Like it's everything.
You're able to do that because you're able to, you know,
because I waited my turn. I waited my time, and now it's like a perfect time. I think my jiu-jitsu knowledge, the way I think, is the best it's ever been. Like the first day I got my that purple belt, Kevin, I fucking trash him, you know. And it's crazy because like when I got my purple belt, the next day you guys maybe do a competition in Pasadena.
Yeah.
Went against that big
in-house
3-stripe.
Yeah.
And you know, an in-house is crazy because an in-house is like, oh, you're going against someone you know. This guy was from another school. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy?
You had to go with them
He's
twice.
Like 30 pounds heavier than me. I fucking hate competing at this point.
It was like you weren't expecting it. Were you like maybe
it was
that day of? Yeah.
A day
yeah.
Before,
Hey, we need
I was out the day before drinking, celebrating my purple belt. And I told the guy was like, what the fuck? This guy was like, I competed last week. He's got 3 stripes on his purple belt. And I beat him. I was like, and I told myself, I was like, the last round, I was like, if I lose this one and I have to go third one, I'm quitting. I can't take this. I'm gonna pass out. Like I can't take this. So when we went the whole match 0-0, and then we do sudden death, I'm like, shut the fuck up, sudden death. The moment that guy pulled guard, I was like, thank you so much. And I just passed. I was like, fuck you, dude. I was like, thank you so much. I was like, I was about to quit, dude. I was about to quit. Fuck you. But it was amazing. But like, you know, it feels good to, you know, get a comp in right away. But like I would toss myself. Now, like if I was to go with that, Kevin, I'd run laps around that guy. And like you should strive for that, right? Like make your own list, make your own hit list, make your own like goal, even and obviously try to be better. And I know for a fact that I am better now than I was when I first got.
Amazing, man.
It's crazy.
Amazing.
That's it.
I just wanted to say, you remember when you were white belt at the graduation?
Yeah.
Watching the graduation go down.
Yep.
What did it mean to you seeing
Oh,
these guys getting their belts, the black belts making their speeches, and what does it mean to you now?
Oh, it meant so much. I remember the first graduation I saw, you know, Dan get his black belt. He fucking, you know, so good. I saw Marco come up, get his brown belt. That was a big deal. And then, you know, I've never got it promoted to graduation, so I was always like, it was too many people, so I was like, I don't like this. You know, it's freaking me out a little bit. And you got to walk that line. I'm like, oh. If I was thinking about that, I'm like, But it was dope. It was dope. But it meant like, it was a big deal. Like, cause I get a lot of my game, or like I always give credit to Professor Joey and Marco. I really structure the way I teach and my fundamentals after them. I'd like pick and choose the best aspects out of professors and coaches from when I learned, and them two were definitely my foundation. So like, you know, seeing Joey do the, you know, be the mic guy,
the MC,
was dope. You know, it's nice. And then seeing Professor Marco now get his brown belt, then I saw him get a purple to brown, was a big deal. And that, you know, that was just nice. I don't know what it meant to me. I can't remember what it meant to me then. But now it's like,
what do you remember? Like, yeah,
I just remember it. Like, I remember
it was cool to see your coaches and your mentors getting promoted.
Yeah, exactly. It was dope seeing everything. Like, that was the first time I saw that many people in the room. So I saw like, oh, this is dope. Like, this is crazy. That's why even now I covered Matthew's classes this week, and when I give the announcements, I tell them, like, if you've never done this, like, it doesn't matter if you're getting promoted or not. Like, just come be part of it. It's like, because as a white belt, you're like, oh shit, this is like, who the fuck are you? Like, I've never seen these people. Like, you guys are from the other gyms? Like, no, I come to Burbank. What? I've never seen you. Oh, I do the 6 a.m. class or whatever it is. You get to meet everybody, but it's all the same school. It's like, it's insane. So seeing that was like a big deal. So I encourage everybody to go to it. I even told a couple people. There was like Vaughn, a blue belt. He's been a blue belt for like 6 years, 7 years or some shit. But he was jumping like he won a Gracie, and he came in the other day. He was slipping back and like because he took like 2 months off. I was like, all right, for sure. I was like, hey, you register for the gala? And he's like, nah, I don't think I'm like, why not? I'm like, you're taking your name out already. I'm like, just put it. I'm like, if you put it in, let them at least talk about it. Argue. Like, you gotta open your mouth. You gotta put your name in, even if you think you're not. But like, you don't get to think you're not. Like, you know what I mean?
Getting promoted.
I was even telling Arturo this. I'm like, people think like, oh, like you're not supposed to say, I want it. I'm ready. But so many people are comfortable saying they're not ready. I'm like, that's the same thing. You don't get to decide if you're ready or not ready. That's the same thing. So stop saying that. And not only is that the same thing, but that's worse because you're putting yourself down. I would rather you have confidence or be cocky than self-doubt. You get me? And this is the same thing. If you can't say you're ready, you cannot say you're not ready. You get me? You have to just fucking, but don't take yourself out. He's like, fuck, all right, I'll do it. And I was like, yeah, just fucking do it. I'm like, you don't know what you're going to do. You don't know. But you not putting your name in, you're setting that up. Like, you're making that choice. And you shouldn't make that choice. You should let us talk about it. I'm like, you never know. You better be surprised. I was like, you've never committed to the gym. This is your first time committing to the gym. Put your fucking name in the hat. And he's like, all right. You know, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
Big deal.
Yeah. Well, thank you, brother. Thank you for your support always. For just help you basically help produce the podcast and help us communicate and then just all the things that you do for all of us. All the coaches, all of us. The school. So I appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Appreciate all you do.
I appreciate you giving me the opportunity. Real quick, you said what it means now.
Yeah.
Well, now I feel like I'm a part of it. Before I saw like, oh, I want to be a part of this. Now I'm like, I am a part of this. So that's what the graduation from white belt to purple belt means now. And it's because of you, and thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you for giving me the opportunity. And I'm going to continue to impress and like show you that what you've done is not like, it's not for nothing. That's it.